Imagine you only have 3 cups that are filled to the rim with tea. But now you're craving coffee. And the non-existence of an empty cup makes the desire of drinking coffee impossible. So what do? You empty one teacup. But the mere act of emptying a teacup shouldn't be treated with such simplicity. At the end of the day, it is nothing but luck or divine intervention that allowed you the ability to do a simple activity, such as emptying the cup. So first, be grateful for that. And second, see how this relates to your daily life. Just as everything else, your capacity of forming habits is limited. If not taken by a single habit, it'll be taken by the other. Same with cups. But to further elaborate on the topic of cups, we first need to know what exactly are cups. Cups are nothing but the formation of a geometrical shape to hold an empty section of space. And there's an argument to be made that every movement a cup makes results in the holding of a different section of space. But that's for another day. This section of space could be filled with all kinds of matter, ranging from orange juice and the good old water to our topic of discussion today, tea and coffee. Now, coffee, or to be more specific, coffee beans, could be transformed into a lot of drinks, not just your trusty cup of coffee. And that begs the question, is it still considered to be coffee if it holds more than the original coffee forming elements? If parts of the original coffee have been replaced by, let's say, milk, is it still at its core considered to be coffee? Or is it a latte? Or is it a little bit of both? And unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you view it, this change and addition is inevitable. Because coffee beans are only faced with one of two fates. Either they stay how they are and rot and eventually wither and die, or they accept change, with which they would be faced with a plethora of different forms to be transformed into. They could take the easy route and receive some milk and be lattes. They could be a mix of a shot of espresso and a little bit of milk and take a step on the road to cappuccinos. It'll be a tough road to take, but it'll be worth it. But whatever they choose, it'll always be better than the alternative. At least in my opinion. Now, what about tea? Oh boy. Tea is a tough drink to talk about because I think that tea is always treated as an inferior drink to coffee and not given as much flavors and kinds of whatnot. I mean, sure, there's a lot of different kinds of tea and they're all great, but coffee always sits at the throne of the most versatile caffeinated drink out there. And to be honest, that made me think if coffee by origin is just better. Is the coffee plant genetically a superior plant to tea? Because at their core, they're both plants. Nothing really differentiates between them except how they look and smell and taste. But most people drink coffee and put it on a pedestal. So why do people do that? Is it just because someone in the past drank it once and loved it so much but didn't like tea and decided to spread false news about how tea can't compete with coffee because coffee at its core is a better drink without giving any plausible reasons except being weird, and that led to a cult following the coffee who never gave a second thought to why they don't like tea all that much and follow whatever is being told to them like sheep? Well, I'm here to tell you this. I like tea. Tea's pretty good. I especially like lemon tea and mint tea. On cold night when you got the flu, you don't want an Americano. You want some lemon tea to help you with a sore throat. Also, you want antibiotics, but tea is essential. So where does that leave us? Well, that should leave us with the 3 cups that we started with, and a little bit of coffee, and a little bit of tea, and a newly formed mindset that when you have 3 cups that are filled to the rim with one of the 2, you should always empty 1.5 cups, and then fill them with the other drink. Because the 2 drinks are there. So just let them coexist. Don't sacrifice one drink for the other. Goodbye.